A half-mile wide asteroid just flew past the Earth closer than one this magnitude has in approximately 10 years. 2014 J025 is its name, and it's classified as a potentially hazardous asteroid by the Minor Planet Center. NASA has planned to study the asteroid using the Goldstone radar in California, and what you're looking at next to me is literally images, or not images, but video of this asteroid. Now, it's traveling at approximately 75,000 miles an hour, and at 5:25 a.m. this morning, it flew past the Earth at approximately 1,000,000 miles away. Now, yes, that's a long way away. What's interesting is there are reports that scientists have discovered this branch is called the Asteroid meteor stream that could pose a major risk to Earth. Now, there's asteroids up to 1,000 feet wide flying past us every few years, and some of these are supposed to be coming out of this region. Now, this specific meteor shower at Asteroid, or the Asteroid meteor shower, peaks every October and November, producing a relatively small display of shooting stars as the planet passes through its stream. Now, I'll leave the link in the video description box. You can read all about this article if you go to the newsweek.com, huge asteroids, Asteroid meteor shower, and it's in the Tech and Science section by Hannah Osborne. Leave the link in the video description box. But let's go back to this asteroid footage right here. It's interesting how it looks like there's almost two objects there, doesn't it? But anyway, it's for a whole other show. I would think that more of us, the media comes out and just brags about this the day after it flies past the Earth. And what's interesting is, why didn't more of us know about this previously? I mean, they recommend that if you want to go out and look at this, if you are an amateur astronomer, you can actually go do so. They talk about it in this article, and they say that you recommend you have at least an 8-inch scope, obviously. Hello. So if I would have known about it, I would have pulled out the scope and checked it out. I didn't even know about it until now. So how many people actually knew about this flying past the Earth yesterday being the prime time? Or, it's like one of those things where if there was a little bit of a threat there, which it sounds like there clearly could have been, if it was off trajectory a little bit, if they were off, if they wouldn't have told us about it yesterday, is what I'm getting at. They wait until after the fact. And then they're like, oh, by the way, a potentially hazardous asteroid just flew past the Earth about a half-mile wide that could have caused destruction across the entire planet. But no big deal, because it was 1,000,000 miles away. Oh, and by the way, there's a whole bunch more on the way. We found a new section that could be... Anyway, sorry, I'm divagating here. Let me read this to you a little bit more. The scientists have discovered a new branch of the Asteroid meteor stream that could pose a major risk to Earth, with asteroids up to 1,000 feet wide flying past us every few years. The Asteroid meteor shower peaks every October and November. Meteor shower displays happen when tiny bits of cosmic debris enter Earth's atmosphere and burn it up in the sky. Because the Asteroids are made up of branches and a core, activity levels increase and decrease depending on how much debris Earth passes through. Now, here's one thing that I find interesting right here. This is what I was looking for. This branch was found to contain at least 2 asteroids with diameters of between 650 and 980 feet. There could be many more. This is just what they've discovered thus far. So, an impact from an asteroid of this size would obviously cause huge damage, and if hit a populated area, even more so. But experts are saying many more are on the way. And I've actually looked into the increases of asteroids. There has been a huge increase over the past 10 years. So many more on the way, experts say, as well as the 2 large asteroids. Guess those are on the way. The team also found the branch likely contains numerous undisclosed objects that are at least 30 feet wide. Why would they call them undisclosed objects that are at least 30 feet wide? Like, what are they, flying saucers? Are they UFOs? Little reptilians hanging out there.
Let's move them over there so they can use theirs for mining. so that then we can have the humans mind them for us. We'll manipulate their DNA.
Anyway, reptilian shapeshifter style, right? So, let's go back. I am Darth Vader. Many more on the way. Study author Zuri Borovica, or Borovicha. That's the name, I'm telling you. It's spelled Jiriborovicka. So, how do you pronounce that? Sorry if I got your name wrong, seriously. She also says their findings reinforce the hypothesis that the Taurid stream is a remnant of a giant comet that disintegrated. Some of the debris from the event is thought to have struck the Earth and has been connected with at least one catastrophic event in Earth's history. So there's already been one catastrophic event previously, according to this article, that was from this area. All right, now let me show you a few more images that I've put together for you from the internet, from these beautiful websites. If you go to shahglobalnews.files.wordpress.com, you can actually see the region there, the Northern Taurids region. And just wanted to give you a peek of this beautiful comet that hopefully will never hit the Earth. Nanu, Nanu. So, with all that wonderful impending doom, I think it's about time for me to go on a bike ride. Beautiful day outside today. I didn't see any stratospheric aerosol injections, and got some decent blue skies. You know, it's still that blue haze, that terraform transhuman bluish haze. It's not the beautiful aqua blue that we used to get, that deep, rich blue, even back in the 90s that was there. You know, I'm going to divagate here for a minute. So if you want to go with me, cool. If not, have a beautiful day. Remember what it was like in the 80s? I grew up in the 80s. You know, I'm almost 40. And I didn't want to say it, but it's true. And it's just a number anyway. Rewrite that DNA in your mind, because remember, it all goes into the mind. Change those neutrons and protons and electrons to oscillate in a specific frequency to actually regenerate your DNA continuously, so they do not reach the end of those sparks, you know, that spark out into the everlasting abyss of beauty and brilliance. But where am I going with this? I don't remember. I just lost my train of thought, ladies and gentlemen. Harp on again. I don't remember where I was going with that. Dang it! Don't you hate it when that happens? You've got something just right there that you want to bring up, but you're thinking about 10 things at once, and you pick like the other topics, and then so that one just kind of dissipates. I'll find it, and I'll do another podcast about it. What I would like to let you know, though, is the radiation levels have actually been fluctuating a little bit. And right now, my watch is showing 0.13 microsieverts per hour. Last night, they were down to 0.08 microsieverts per hour, which used to be the norm constantly. They have been moving a little bit more lately, although they haven't been as high as they were a while back when I was doing more reporting on it. And, you know, 0.12 microsieverts per hour right now. This is still going to take a minute to calibrate because I just turned it on. So that's up to 0.14 now, which isn't anything to be concerned about. But what is interesting is this is double what the levels used to be on a regular basis. And actually, look, they're still moving up. You know, I mean, this is calibrating, and it's up to 0.15 microsieverts now, which is interesting. Leave it on for a second. Now it's back down to 0.12, where my watch is at. So, you know, we're hanging out right around the 0.12, 0.15 microsieverts, nothing to be alarmed. Although I will tell you, if you're out there in Pennsylvania by the 3 Mile Island plant, if you're by the Hanford nuclear facility, or even though it's most of it is decommissioned, where they used to extract a bunch of plutonium and uranium for the nuclear munitions of the military. If you're around any plants, you should definitely have a Geiger counter just to keep track for yourself. Because people say, what can I do about it? Well, what would you do about it if you had access to a car or a bicycle or shoes or feet, if you could, hopefully, and you have a Geiger counter that's showing you that radiation levels have spiked, and you have an opportunity to leave, then you can come back later, maybe when they've gone down. It's just a thought. I don't know, because people are like, well, what are you going to do about it, man? What if you've got one, the radiation levels are high? Well, what are you going to do about it? I don't know. I'm going to leave for a while and then see how they are. Come back later, maybe, or maybe not. And anyway, so nanu. Support our sponsors, getthetea.com. This is another thing that is very alarming when you look at the amount of aluminum and different elements you're exposed to, many others are exposed to on a daily basis, some more than others. What are things that we can do to help offset all of these elements and toxins and pollution that is filling the environment, many different levels? Well, exercise, eating healthy, thinking good thoughts, and also different supplements can help you. Check out getthetea.com. If you go to getthetea.com, great products for digestive health, for immune support. They've got a bounty of good products on there. So just check it out, see what they have, and you might find something that'll really help you out. Detox products, they've got it in tea format and pill format. They've got different tinctures as well, different oils. And I also think that Ronnie's done something there where they've got a very cheap program to help people's backs a lot. So if you have lower back pain, or if you have back opportunities, as I like to call them, check it out, because it's definitely worth looking into. And that's my shameless plug. I hope you have a beautiful day, ladies and gentlemen. Question everything. Be the change you want to see. And become a premium member at leakproject.com.